Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma aka Fleurs, and today I'm back with another speed build, another villager yard. Today it is Punchy, who I moved in after my failed attempt to find Daisy, but hey, we're okay with it. His house is super cute and it fits perfectly next to this beach area. So I'm going to be quite focused on his lazy personality type, so I'm going to do him a backyard which is very kind of relaxing, chilled vibes with quite a few blues in there to match his house and to match the beach area. So first things first, let's get started, and as always what I need to do is put some path down. So we've gone for the dirt path which I use throughout my island with the really cute daisies or white flowers on. And I'm just going to do a circular section around the front of his house, tying it in underneath the doorway because I love doing that. I think it just makes it look a bit more tied together because the dirt wouldn't just randomly start outside his house. So then down here, this is where I feel like I'm going to put the relaxation area. I'm thinking a hammock, some plants, that sort of thing. Again, another circular kind of area. I like to make things round, so that's kind of why we went with that sort of pattern. I'm just trying to tie it in to the bridge. It is a diagonal bridge, so that does make it a bit harder to make your path flow. So for that, I just like to do a little circle, just a 4x4, 4x4, 2x2 even. Just finishing off that first section, and then over to the right we're going to do our barbecue area. So what I'm doing here is putting down more of our dirt path and making it a bit bigger so that we've got lots of space to play with. I tried to make this section a bit more interesting, so it's not so round and it's got a little bit of an edge sticking off the side, which I like, and again I just feel that it looks more natural. So there we have it, there are our paths in place. And just collecting some items that we're going to need for our decorating. So I'm just going to put a barrel down next to his house. I like to do this because I feel like it gives the idea that it's a storage area. Everyone has random items beside their house. If you don't, then you must be a tidy person. So we've got the barrel, the lantern on top, and the hose reel. And then I put down the plant shelf just as to clear up my inventory a bit and put it where the relaxation station is going to be. And then for the right hand side of the house I put that surfboard down, the blue and white one, which I think it will be a bit more clear as to why I went for that one in the long run. Definitely trying to tie in some blues and whites into this build. I'm just getting some more items that I needed for that right side just so that I can get it finished. I decided to put the giant water bug down because I love the blue bucket. I think it's super cute, and if you haven't thought about using it before, definitely remember that you can use bug containers as a decoration item. I decided to put the puddle underneath it just to give it a bit more detail, and I thought it looked really cute. Finished off the area with some white flowers, obviously my favourites. I will try and use another colour flower one day, maybe. And just put some bushes down as well. And now I'm going to get some items to put in our, what I'm calling the relaxation station. That sounds really lame, I know. Obviously we need customizations for this, so I customized the hammock into a blue and white blue and creamy kind of stripe is one that I used previously on another build, and I really like it because it gives off those vintage vibes. The Zen cushion I did to a grey gingham, and the magazines I just wanted them to fit a bit more into the area, although I didn't end up using them. I tried to make the iron hanger thing work next to the side of his house. It didn't work, so we just moved away from that and tried to place our hammock down. I wanted it in front of the plant so you can just lay on your hammock and chill next to some foliage. Here I realised I actually have a brown hammock, which I much preferred the colour of, so again we went and customised that to the same pattern. I just think it looked better than the black one, so we changed that out, put it back where it was. I tried to find something to put on the Zen cushion. In the end I went with, I'm not going to try and say that, but these kind of slipper-like shoes in the blue colour. And next to the hammock, I wanted to put a log stool down and just trying to find something to go on it. In the end, I went with the old-fashioned alarm clock because lazy villagers, they like to sleep all the time, so they need something to wake them up. And it's a super cute colour. That blue is really, really nice. So just getting some more items. This time we're getting some bits to start working on our barbecue area. And I just wanted to customise the cutting board so that it could fit with the blue theme. It always surprises me which items you can customise, and I love that you can customise a cutting board like that. It's really, really cute. Obviously we went with the white barbecue. It's a shame they don't have a blue one. I don't think they do anyway, but I thought the white one fitted quite well. Just trying to get the placement of the barrel right. I didn't want the tree to chop into it too much. And we went with the barbecue out in front. On top of the barrel, I decided to go for the dinnerware. Again, I wasn't sure what else to put there that fit the colours. So it was a white thing, and I thought it looked quite cute in the end. I'm just going to use this fresh cooler as another way to tie in the blues and the whites, and also it's very fitting for the area, the idea that they're storing food in it. So I went with the log round table as our main table for the whole area. I could have customised it to a white colour, but I decided that I like the contrast of the whites, the browns and the blues. I thought that they go really nicely together. Again, using more of that blue and white stripe. I mixed it in with the gingham on top of the log round table just for something a bit different. Here I changed my mind about what I wanted behind the cooking area, and I thought that I would use the Festivale garland because of the blues, and I think it looks really cute. It's a really nice item which I definitely don't use enough. Just putting some items on top of the table, I went with the pie, the water cooler. I didn't want to overcrowd it too much, so we just left it at that. And I just popped down the fresh cooler next to the barbecue. I decided to put down the Monstera just to add a bit more green to the area, and I like the fact that the pot was blue, so I definitely wanted to use that. I decided to use a stunted tree to go out in front, mainly because I didn't want the full tree because it would block the view too much. And again, I don't use these enough on my island, so I wanted to mix it up and get one of these in place. As you can see, I struggled a bit. This is just generally me with my tree placement. Someone once told me, if you put a hole down first, that should help. No, it doesn't work for me. Mainly because I forget. But yeah, we got there in the end and I was quite happy with it here. And then I was quite happy with it there until I realised that I wanted the wild log to go there. So we just moved it back one, just so that I could push it across. However, I soon decided that I didn't like the log bench there at all, so I switched it out for the serving cart and we moved the log bench to the side, which I thought just looked a lot better and helped fill out the area a bit more. I wasn't sure what to put on top of the serving cart, but I thought that the shaved ice maker was a really cute colour, so I wanted to incorporate that. And then that's pretty much the barbecue area done. For the gap in the middle, I decided to do a picnic area. Yes, another picnic area. I like to do a lot of them, but I thought for Punchy, it kind of fits perfectly because it's a lazy area, somewhere where you could just relax out in your garden. So that's why I decided to go with that. For this area, I went for the check gingham type pattern. It's in white and greyish colours, and we used our normal tassels for the end of the rugs. For this, I tried to use half a lace tile, and I did like it. I think that it added something different to the rug area. I also tried to use the beach towel in the same pattern, as I thought there was somewhere that someone can lie down and it might look the same. So that's why I customized that. Quick break and then move on. I used the blue and cream stripes for the Zen cushions. I also switched out my mind on the rug kind of sticking over the edge. Instead, I thought that I would use the diagonal rug and kind of stretch it out so it looks like two blankets overlapped, which is a super cute idea. And as I said before, codes will be in the description if you want to go and check them out and recreate something like this for yourself. So I've put down the Zen cushion pile, and I've also put down a fragrance stick on top of that. We've got the mush log with the tape deck on, again trying to give the idea that it's a relaxing area. Instead of the beach towel, I decided that a futon may be more appropriate, somewhere that he can have a nap, and I feel like the matching beach towel wasn't quite working. Much better. I think that looks a lot more cozy. I also included a cup of coffee for when he wakes up out of his nap. And a book for some reading. I know he's a lazy villager, but I also really like the colour of this ball, just the white ball. I just think it's super cute. And then a cooler box for all of Punchy's snacks. Time to just fill in some areas, get some flowers, plant some bushes, all in that white colour. For the bushes, I think they're the hibiscus ones. I could be wrong. I do like them. Probably not my favourites. I do like the olive tree bushes. Olive tree? I think that's what they're called. But Leaf wasn't selling them at the time, so we had to make do with these instead. Another pro tip for you guys, if you don't want your plants to grow everywhere, then get yourself a transparent custom design. This really helps and is a total lifesaver for me because I absolutely detest going around my island trying to pick up all the flowers that have duplicated in places where I don't want that to happen. So that's a good idea if you weren't already aware. Maybe give it a go and see if it helps you. Now that we've got 100 custom design slots, it definitely helps. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do was work on the cliffs behind Punchy's house. So for this, we needed lots of flowers, some log stakes, bits like that, things which I normally use. I also decided to use the windmill to go up on his cliffs. I thought maybe it's some sort of like eco home where his power is all generated by wind. Just something that I thought about. A little backstory for you. Maybe I go too far with these, but yeah. Some more flowers as I didn't have enough planted already. And up we go onto the cliffs. I tend to do a flower custom design bush. Just kind of mix it up. Don't put it all together just so it looks a bit more interesting. And then here I am trying to put down the wind turbine. This was the ultimate struggle. It was such a small place and I really struggled to get it rotating. And then once I had it where I wanted it, I couldn't get out. So, yeah. We tried backwards, we tried forwards, it just wasn't happening. It really was a struggle, as you can see. It probably took me a good 10 minutes. In the end, what I decided to do was just leave it where I wanted it and just call the rescue service. So, yes, it cost me 100 nook miles, but now the windmill's where I want it to be. So, you win some, you lose some. Did give me a reminder to round off this cliff though, so that's one benefit. This rock, I wanted to leave the cliff clear because I want to make a pathway through and maybe put a little seating area on the rocks. They're definitely something that I don't use enough, so, well, I use my rocks, but the ones at the back of the island, I don't use it as much, so that's why I've designed the rock this way. As you can see, just mixing it up, custom designs, flowers. Sounds a bit boring when you just say it like that. A bush, that mixes it up. And some log stakes, another one of my favourite things to put on cliffs. It doesn't look like much now, but when we complete it, I'll fast forward a few days and then you'll be able to see what everything looks like grown in. I did plant this cedar tree, but hoping that it would grow in. It never did. So I'm just going to put down some items. I decided to use this log bench or garden bench on top of some of the dirt. So I just created a circle. However, this didn't quite work with the log bench placement because you wouldn't be able to walk around it very well. So I just decided to move it down a bit. And it looks a whole lot better. Behind the bench, I put a lace tile down and a log stool on top. I'm going to put something on it later. I also tried to use this magazine, but it was a custom design magazine and I've subsequently deleted the magazine design, hence why it's blank. Don't worry, it doesn't stay like that. So I'm just going to run off home, get something for the log stool and another book. I decided to go with the blue hyacinth lamp, or is it purple? I'm not sure. Either way, it looks kind of royal blue to me. And I thought that was another thing to tie in with the area. And again, something that I've not really used that often. It's nice to kind of mix up your furniture once in a while. So here we are. Here is the complete version. I time traveled forward a few days so you can see it in its full glory. So first off, we've got the relaxation area with the bonsai shelf, the hammock, a pillow and an alarm clock to wake Punchy up after his long naps. Just to the left of the house, we have that barrel with the hose reel. And then on the right, we've got lots of flowers. We don't need this flower here. I'm just going to pick this up. Excuse me. We're supposed to be giving you a guided tour, but this hyacinth has rudely interrupted that. So that looks a lot better. I'm just going to put down my blank custom design just so that it doesn't happen again. Anyway, back on with the tour. Here is the barbecue area. So we've got our barbecue, some food items, lots of log, wood, furniture. The shaved ice maker for when it's a hot summer's day. And the barbecue for some hot dogs, burgers, veg if you're feeling healthy. Here is the picnic area. Like I said, I went for the design so that it showed like one rug under or one rug over the other, which I think turned out really well. It's very light, colourful with the blue popping in from the cooler box. And I think it kind of fits Punchy's aesthetic. So I'm just going to run around the back and just show you the cliffs that we worked on, all grown up now, which sounds odd to say, but you know what I mean. Everything's in full bloom even. All the flowers have grown in, the trees are to their correct sizes now, and it's just a little place where you can just chill and sit and watch the world go by. So I hope you like the build, guys. If you are a fan of it, please remember to leave me a comment below in the video. And if you're not already, please subscribe. We'd love to have you here on the channel. Have a lovely day, guys. Bye-bye.